Oh, hello everybody. Kiko Pure Aloha here on Pure Aloha Talk Podcast. Thank you for joining us. I'm your host and my co-host, Miss Dana.
I'm Ms. Dana Fernandez.
Yeah. Right on, everybody. Thank you for joining us today. Before we introduce our guest today, I want to give a big shout out to our amazing sponsors. Receive Reasons, Aloha Aina Tree Service on the Big Island, Sweets Hawaii, Setup Guys, Signal Security, Vitamin B, Kokua Support Services, Travel Zone Yay, Viper Sanctuary, Hawaii Athletic Club, Inspire Play, Miss Dano, and All for God. And of course, Olelo. All right, now let's introduce our guests. Let us know your name, where you're from, and what you do.
Hi, my name is Jeff Harrelson. I'm over here from Kauai, over on the Big Island. Small business owner, been doing my own food truck over there for about 2 years called Toasty Dogs. Keikoa has come by and blessed us with his presence a couple of times and tried some of our menu items. I know he has his favorites, but no, been big support for us, kind of getting the word out about the business, about our mission, and kind of what we're doing. So really excited to be here today. Yeah, thank you.
Well, tell us about that mission.
So I worked for a number of years in public service as an emergency paramedic. I always felt like kind of my reason to be around was to serve the public, kind of be there for people, help the community. Worked for a couple of years in the hospital as an ER technician, giving back as well. I have a special needs dog named Keikoa, actually. He has really bad seizures. Thank you, yeah. Before we even met, yeah, it was meant to be. He's got a really bad seizure disorder. I was looking for an opportunity or a way to kind of offset some of his medical costs. Came across a hot dog cart, started doing that on the side. The business started to take off. The community really responded to it positively. 2 years ago, I left the hospital and I've just been doing the business full time. Kind of a way to give back to the community now in a different form, rather than that kind of emergent medical care.
I love it, and true food.
Thanks, man. Yeah, good food. We're really working hard to get to a point where we can start doing more community outreach projects, feeding the homeless, giving back to the community in other ways. So just kind of working on that, and one step at a time, one day at a time.
Oh,
there you go. That's right. Awesome. One step at a time, one day at a time.
Keikoa has a program called One Day at a Time.
One day at a time. Yeah. That's what it's all about.
I've noticed that you guys have a lot of this sort of like an energetic alignment. We were just talking about the last time you guys had seen each other, and you know how good things always happen. Yeah, when you guys are together.
True.
So tell me a little bit about like what has it meant to you to partner with Keikoa Pure Aloha and the Show Aloha brand.
Sure. I mean, Keikoa has been great, like I say, just kind of through as kind of a synchronicity we were brought together. But he has been great as far as like getting the word out about kind of what we have going on, spreading the word about the business, kind of get us going as well. Keikoa and I kind of connected on another level as well. For me, I've been sober from alcohol now for 13 years, going on 14 years.
Amazing, brother. Beautiful.
Thank you very much. So that's one thing we've been able to support each other in, finding ways to communicate our journey and share our journey with others. Hopefully that they'll benefit from that, learn something, and we can support them as well. So Keikoa has been a great outlet for that, kind of reaching out to the community as well and seeing what we can do to make it better.
That is so awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah, congratulations on 14 years, you said?
Coming up on 14 years,
amazing.
yeah.
Gee, let's go.
Yeah. One day at a time, one day at a time.
That is one day at a time, bro. It's one day at a time for what, almost 14 years, bro. And I understand that struggle personally, cause I know exactly the work you got to put in every day. It's literally a fight, a battle. You know what I mean? I always tell everybody this, you know what I mean? Like, I fought a lot of fights growing up on the streets and all this, you know what I mean? But the biggest fight is fighting my bad habits and my temptations. Those are the biggest fights I ever fight now. And I've been clean sober for over 7 years.
Congrats,
right?
yeah. Proud of you, man, yeah.
Yeah, bro, that's one of the biggest fights for me now is mentally, bro. Like, ever since I changed my life, it's been a mental battle, bro. So I'm so proud of you, bro, for real.
You as well, brother, yeah.
That's a long time, bro, and that's my goal, bro. Be as long as that. So and
you
more.
Will. You're doing good.
Yeah, thank you.
That high road is a harder climb, and you're right. It is like one of our Goals Hawaii programs is called You versus You. And it's because you are your biggest competition. You know, you should always be looking in that mirror, competing with yourself about being better than you were yesterday, right? Not competing with anybody else, just with yourself. you're your biggest critic. You know, that self-talk and the things that we say to ourselves. Nobody beats us up worse than we beat ourselves up.
That's so
But
true.
you're also your biggest cheerleader. There's nobody who's going to take care of you and cheer as loud for you as you are. So you've got to be able to embrace all three of those and really understand how to leverage like your relationship with yourself, especially in something like sobriety, especially in something like business and entrepreneurship. They're kind of the same, right?
Yeah,
in a lot of
absolutely.
ways. You need those same spirit muscles, that resilience and grit and a purpose, you know,
Yes.
otherwise it's
That's so true.
the high road's the harder climb for sure.
I agree. I think, you know, in both aspects too, both come with risks. When you start to weigh out the risk and the reward for those, you know, you're going to get back what you put into it. So sometimes you do have to take risks. Sometimes you have to put yourself out there like that. But what I have gotten back, what I feel others are getting back, is you can't put a price on that. I think it
Yeah.
pays back.
Oh,
Yes, for real.
absolutely. So whether it's in, you know, any part of your story, any part of your journey, what would you say one of the most challenging things you've overcome has been, and how'd you overcome it?
You know, there are many times when I wanted to quit. There are many times when I felt just overwhelmed with everything coming from all different directions, burning it out at both ends, burning myself out. There were a lot of times when things didn't go the way I would like them to, but I try to be better now, and I try to really learn from each of them and know that each of them is a lesson. There's a deeper meaning to each of them. So trying to discover those on my own has been quite challenging. But you know, there are times when I was hesitant to even take those risks, to even go and try those new things that I wanted to do. But I kept telling myself, you know, nothing is guaranteed. The only thing that's guaranteed is if I don't do it, it'll never happen.
Right.
So just putting myself out there and going has been a big challenge, but I'm learning. I'm trying to be a better example too for others that are kind of in the same position or interested in doing something. I would love to be a mentor and kind of, you know, be an example for others and know that they can do it too. You know, one thing also, Keiko and I have talked about it, is even with all of these sobriety, business, everything, is that, you know, we're better in numbers. So I never felt like I was alone. I always felt like I was with somebody. We are our biggest competitors, but I always felt like collaboration over competition is where you're going to get. So
Yeah.
I've been grateful for everything
Thank
he's
you.
done. And yeah, thank you.
Yeah, no, that's so true. It's so powerful. You know, speaking of like mentorship and stuff, if you were to have a message for somebody who's where you've been, what's maybe the one thing that you would tell them?
Investing in yourself for the future. I think investing in our youth, teaching our youth now, they are the future. At one point, we were all the future. I'm a little bit older now than I was, and you know, nobody's figured out how to not age. But with that comes experience, you know, and I think, you know, investing in the youth and investing in the future is really what's going to sustain everything going forward. So, you know, it's really important that what we're doing, and for me, what I'm doing and what I'm putting out there, that it can continue to go into the future and benefit everybody in the community as a whole. Yeah.
That's like, it's not common that that's the mindset that business owners and entrepreneurs take. A lot of times in business, it's about the bottom line and it's about profit and stuff like that. So it's always really nice and refreshing when you do meet local business owners who are really looking to, you know, you want to cheer for their success even more.
Absolutely.
You know, because you know that it's raising everybody when they succeed. So definitely wishing you the most success in all of the things.
Thank you.
Yeah, so Keikoa has the fun questions. He always brings the fun ones to these interviews. I do some heavy stuff, but let's have some
Oh yeah,
fun.
yeah. Okay, so well, first I'd ask you is what was your like your breakthrough point for finally like this is it on get sober? You know, of course
Yeah.
you tried a lot of times. You know, like me, I relapsed plenty of times until this is the longest
That
I ever
pivot
been in.
point we were
But
talking about
yeah,
before,
Sure.
what made you go like this is it already, and then every day you continue.
You know, so anything that I had tried, we all had our vices, we all had our addictions. I was, you know, a heavy drinker. I'd like to drink whiskey. I didn't have an off button. Became like a real social thing with my buddies too, you know. But I had a falling out with somebody I was really close to, and I just had to kind of cold turkey it. And it was rough, you know, the first hour a day, week, all of a sudden it was a month. Now it's almost 14 years. I just really felt that I needed to have a clear head. if I tried to wean off things in the past, I tried, I'll stop drinking a little bit, I'll stop smoking cigarettes a little bit, and a little bit at a time. I just found justification all the time. Well, I was over sober for a couple of days, so it's okay to have another one. I can quit anytime. For me, I just had to stop. I just had to quit. Losing the friend that I did, that relationship kind of humbled me. I lost a lot of relationships. There was a lot of goodbyes along my road to sobriety, but there was a lot of hellos and a lot of new welcoming people that came into my life because of it. But I just had to make that choice after so many times trying to stop on my own, and a little bit at a time. I just had to do it and commit to it and surround myself with the right people that were going to support me in that. Yeah.
Absolutely.
Thank you for sharing that, bro.
Yeah.
What was yours?
My zone was this, I got really to the point where I was losing my mind, kind of thing. Like that's why I don't judge nobody. Where like when you see people on the side of the road, people call them chronics and they talking to themselves and all that. I don't judge them because that could have been me, right? I was coming to that point. That's when I tell everybody, your mind is the strongest thing, because once you lose your mind, it's hard to get them back. Cause like nobody understands that. Like once you gone, and that's why people out there talking to themselves and losing them. Cause I was almost there. Like, oh, check your skin. I would get high and I'll start freaking out. I call an ambulance. I tell the ambulance, I died, help me. Then they coming to my building. I see them coming. Now I'm hiding from them. Right? But because I'm losing my mind. You know what I mean? I'm tripping out. Now I'm scared of them, but then I needed their help and all this. I'm hiding in the cars and all this. So, you know what I mean? Like, I seen that happening already. And then this one happened. My mom, and my daughter was in the back, was in a truck. My mom just picked me up from partying. I was partying like for like 2, almost 3 days straight. She picked me up from my boy's house. I'm all hanging out of it. I coming down from the drugs. I thought if I pick me up, so she's snapping for me on her phone, and she comes pick me up, and then she tells me so I hop in the car and she told me, well, again, what, you're never gonna change. The safety she always tell me, you're never gonna change. Look, your daughter. I get your daughter over here watching that. You're never gonna change. And then she turned around. So get one guy on the road by the bus stop in front of Lima Intermediate. She picked me up from my friend's house in El Beach. So we leaving the house. We're going past Lima Intermediate. So get one guy in the bus stop, and he's losing him. Homeless, chronic guy, losing him, talking to himself. And then she goes like this, yeah, Tina, that's gonna be your daddy one day. And we're gonna drive past him all the time. When I drop you off, pick you up from school all the time. That's gonna be your dad. And I was like, bro, what the fuck? You know what I mean? Like, I'm like, oh, cause. And so he's taking all that and everything, but I had my second drug overdose, and that's what really did it. I'm pray, God, this time I'm able to say that I made it this far and long, because I relapsed plenty times when I went to treatment, rehab, all that. It's the longest I've been clean and sober. It's because of God in that ER room, bro. My second drug overdose, I'm pray in the ER room, because I prayed harder than I ever did in my life, and God brought me out of it. And I made him one promise that day, and that not a lot of people gonna understand, so a lot of people judge me. But this is one promise I can truly say I never did break with God, bro. And I broke a lot. But this is one. For 7 years I never broke God. So that was my breaking point, and not a lot of people know that story that I just didn't share. It's the first time I share that.
Oh, thanks for sharing.
Oh, of course, bro. And thank you for sharing, opening up too. You know, and this is what it's all about. And this is what the Pure Law Talk podcast is all about, bro.
Appreciate that.
Yeah, because, you know what I mean? Your story gonna help save somebody. Yeah. My story. And even Donald's. You know, we all get one story. Yeah, that's what it's all about.
We all have a story.
Yeah.
Exactly right. Exactly right. And the best thing about it, kind of like, what we do with the youth, is that you're always at a pivot point. You know, every single day is a new opportunity to make new sets of choices. And so are you going to continue to choose the same habits? Are you going to continue to choose the same people, whether that's a negative or a positive for you? But every single day is that pivot, and every day you're writing those next parts of your story.
Yes.
You're setting yourself up for those next chapters, and all the small things, small habits, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
That you do, the big ones and the small ones. So
Yeah, working in emergency medicine, I was an instructor for our private ambulance company that I worked for a little while. For all these new EMTs and new people were coming in. It used to be you had to be 21 in order to drive an ambulance. They had such a need for new EMTs, they dropped it to 18. So I had some of these some of the kids, I remember went through orientation one day, and we were going out and introducing ourselves, and one of the new EMTs said, hey, my name is Billy, I'm 18, I'm still a freshman in high school, I'll just be here on the weekends, this is my first job ever. I said, wow, okay. But one thing I'd always tell them is, with medicine, with anything kind of like, it's called practice for a reason. None of us really knew what we're doing, we just kind of know what's working, and we're applying everything that we know is working, but it's constantly changing. Same with everything around us all the time. So lessons and everything, learning along the way.
Yeah.
doing our best and applying it all. I think that can
Yes.
be said for just about anything too.
Yeah,
yeah,
yeah.
of
I mean, which is
course.
exactly what you said earlier about like your business advice. It's
Yep.
just making just doing it, right? Learning through the doing, and you never fail unless you've decided it was a fail, because you can just choose that every failure is a lesson, or a pivot, or an opportunity, or a message, or something, right?
Absolutely.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, I just think actually, what is your? We went off from that side, but what is your favorite hot dog on your menu? What is your favorite?
I mean, I'm pretty partial to the chili dog, you know.
Oh,
you
that's
know
my
that.
favorite.
That's your favorite.
The Randy.
Yeah, I know.
Uh,
In Arizona, you know, we used to go to a big camp out every September up in the hills, up in a place called Jerome in Arizona. And they had a chili contest. And the last 4 years they had it, I won with the chili recipe. So
So it must
kind
be
of partial
good.
to it.
Yeah,
I like to think
that's
so.
my
Must be
favorite.
good.
I love it.
We've got a
And
good.
you make your homemade chili, your own homemade
homemade
chili, which is
chili,
amazing.
yeah,
I can tell that it's like your own. It's different.
Yeah.
It tastes
Thanks.
amazing, bro.
Thank you, man. Yeah, you know, it's funny. One of the years, the first year that I entered, another guy came up to me and he said, "Hey, do you mind if we camp next to you?" I'd never met him before. "Oh yeah, you can camp next to us." His name is Randy. I said, "Hey, Randy, I'm gonna make some chili. Do you like chili?" He says, "Oh, you didn't know? My nickname is the Chili Dog." So when I made a chili dog for the
It's
menu,
called
it's
the
called the
Randy.
Randy.
Whoa,
Yeah,
Whoa,
yeah.
so that's it.
So yeah, so it's named after him.
Oh wait,
so
that's
it's
special.
great.
Does he know that?
He does.
Oh,
yeah.
that's so
on.
cool.
Oh, that's cool. I never
Thanks,
did know
yeah,
that.
it's
Now
That's
I
really
know why.
awesome.
Called the Randy.
Yeah, so if you ever come by the truck, you know, order the Randy. It has a little bit of a story to it.
Oh, beautiful, bro.
Yeah,
That's cool.
everything about Toasty Dogs has a story. You know, the logo is our dogs, Keikoa and Hugo, driving our Volkswagen bus. There's just a lot of things on the menu that are named after all of our kind of family and friends, and it's kind of fun. So
That's so cool.
And I get that vibe all the time, that fun, comfortable vibe every time I come to Toasty Dogs.
so we try to make it. You know, I
Thank
mean,
you.
one thing we do too is is we're never gonna let anybody go hungry. You know, like you say. I think a lot of that comes from EMS. We used to always say in EMS, it's a labor of love. We didn't do it for the money. That's not why we did it. And I kind of take that same mindset into with Toasty Dogs. You know, can't make a lot of money selling hot dogs, but you get a lot out of it. The community, you get everybody just smiling, enjoying good food. You just create that one moment. Every moment in life, I feel, every moment only happens once. So if you can just create that one moment in that one day, in that one point in time in somebody's life, to change it, to give them, like, uplift them from whatever they're going through, just that one moment, they take a bite of chili dog or whatever it is, and they have that moment and smile, and they can forget about everything else. Like, that's what it is for me, you know. I don't need to be the best or the biggest or the richest or anything. I'm not trying to be rich overnight. Just trying to create moments and create an experience. And I think I've been very, very fortunate to have the reception that I have and the response I have from the community with that. And
That's
you as
so
well, man.
special.
That's great.
Oh,
Yeah, that's
and I love that 'cause,
incredible.
Thank you.
you know, used to be in the mainland, used to serve people, help out people through like EMS, yeah. And then you came Hawaii and you started Toasty Dogs. When you came Hawaii, local people love to eat, bro.
Oh, yeah.
Cause so it's killer that now you serve
It's our
people.
love language.
Yeah, so now you serve people
Yeah.
and help out people through your food, which is amazing, bro. You know
Thank
what I
you.
mean?
Yeah.
I could have a shitty day and I come to Toasty Dogs and I'll eat a Randy and I'll be so happy right after.
I
You
appreciate
know what I
it.
mean?
Yeah,
So,
yeah,
It
no.
is.
you know what I mean? So everybody get their purpose. You know, your purpose was in the mainland, EMS, came to Hawaii, and now look what you're doing now, bro. And you're helping a lot of people through your food.
Thank you.
Yeah, for real, sharing stories through your food, and that's amazing because, like I said, local people love to eat, and we talk a lot of stories while we eating.
Appreciate
It's
that.
just awesome. You know.
There's something unique about it because like humans are the only animal in existence that we socialize over food. No other animal uses feeding times as a social opportunity in any way, shape, or form. Humans are the only ones that do. And I think that like the things that make humans different and special are, you know, divination, our relationship to God and all that kind of stuff. So I've always thought there's like there's some God in food.
Oh,
you know?
yes.
There's some God in
True
good
that.
food, and there's some God in good
Yup.
cooks and people who feed others and stuff like that. So I
Thank
think it's real special.
I'll never, consider myself like a chef or a cook or anything like that. I just make food that I like, and I've just been very fortunate that other people like the food as well, you know.
And
So
boom,
just keep
that's
doing
what it's all
that.
about right there.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
yeah.
And that's how you do it.
As a mom, I make food I like. I wish my kids liked it too.
Sure. And they probably secretly do, but the kids
They
can't let
will
you
one
in.
day when I
like,
stop
yeah,
cooking
yeah.
for them, you know.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
That's good.
Oh man, thank you so much.
Of course, of course.
Okay, how about some fun
Oh
stuff?
yes, okay. So
Lighten the mood.
yeah, okay. We have some fun questions.
Okay, and this all been fun. Yeah.
Okay, if you had a superpower for one day, any superpower you could pick for one day, what would it be and how would you use it?
Oh man, I mean, I've always said I like to be able to read minds. People fascinate me just as a whole. I'm always curious what they're thinking, what makes them tick, kind of, their mindset. I think I would do my best to use it for good, like going around, seeing someone who may be in need, somebody might be down, but if I could, who maybe they don't want to say it out loud because they don't want to bring that burden on anybody else, but being able to have that ability to just read somebody's needs a little bit or what they might, I just think that'd be great to be able to help them like that. I think mind reading. Everybody wants to fly. I don't want to crash into anybody else. If you're invisible, you're running into stuff, but I think mind reading would be fun. Yeah.
You know what is an observation that I have from the show? Everybody who you bring on this show that we ask that question to chooses a superpower that they want to use to help others. They never use their superpower for themselves. It's always to help other people.
I feel like helping others is so empowering anyway that, you feel superhuman when you see that you uplift someone.
It's true.
For me personally, that's a superpower in itself. It's pretty powerful in itself.
Yeah.
Just the desire to is a superpower, to be honest,
And that's one thing on this journey, sobriety, got stronger in my feet, had taught me that the secret to success is helping out one another, bro. Like, I always was like thought success was a different kind of thing, being rich and all this kind of stuff, right? Until sobriety, until I got sober and I started on this path and getting all involved in the community and all this, and I started to see, like, bro, the real meaning to success is helping out one another, because that feeling you get, and then giving them back is what it's all about,
nothing feels better than that.
Oh, yes, bro. And I tell everybody, I get on high off of it. I get that same high, even better than I used to have before, you know what I mean?
Yeah. It's a new addiction.
It's a new addiction, and I keep chasing that, and I love it, bro. So I tell everybody, that it's amazing.
We have like we call it a loyalty card, for our customers, that you come back, you buy 10 and you get one for free. And we just sign our name, nothing fancy, but I've never measured success on the amount of dollars I've made. I really measure success on the repeat customers. And we've got stacks and stacks of those loyalty cards because you're trying to create something that they enjoy and they'll come back. And to me, that was how I measure success.
That's
the
true.
return customers. And anybody can buy something once or try something once and they don't come back. And
especially business in Hawaii. It's such a small... We live on a rock. Everybody knows each other. So, businesses got to have that pono. They got to have that integrity to them and care about their customers. Otherwise, they don't last here.
Sure.
Yeah. I have a fun question to kind of round it out.
Okay.
If you were to name a hot dog the keikoa,
what
would you put on it? What would it be?
That's a
would
good
it be
one.
Spicy? Would it be
maybe a little bit, Gotta for sure have some cheese in there.
There you go,
Yeah, I know. Oh, man, I don't know. I think if I had, they talk about like impossible meals some places, something that's just like beyond belief, like, wow, I didn't even know that was possible to have a hot dog that good. Like at the surface it looks like every other dog, but then you bite into it and you're just blown away. This guy's really special, and
love you, brother.
I love you too, brother. No, he the first time I saw Keikoa, I met Keikoa, it was not two different people, it was the same person, but at surface level we're all judgmental, whether we mean to or not. I'm guilty of it as well, but I've become, over the years, I think I'm recognizing it more now, right? And just being able to be aware of that. But as soon as I'm, there are a lot of times in my past when if I saw Keikoa, I'd walk the other way, just at surface level. I met you, brother, and I was like blown away with how amazing you are. So, and you continue to amaze me every day. So just keep doing what you do. Seriously.
So the hot dog's got to look a little bit
messy.
It's
got to look a little messy and look a little,
look a little unappetizing.
But then as soon as you take that bite, you're just like blown away.
I love it, bro. I love it.
Don't give me any ideas now.
Yes.
I think the next time we go, I hope I see that on the menu.
Absolutely.
Right
on,
oh my
bro. God, thank you so much for joining us, flying all the way in from the Big Island for
thanks
this.
for having me.
I appreciate that. Everybody.
Truly special.
Jeff flew in from the Big Island to come here and be on the podcast, man. That shows a lot right there. So
I appreciate the invitation.
It really does. If
you
have one last message for our audience and our viewers, this is the Pure Aloha podcast, and Keikoa's mission is to always show aloha. What is the one way that you want to tell our viewers that you would have them show more aloha?
Sure. I don't want to sound like a broken record. I shared this with something. Keikoa came and saw me in Hilo recently, and I want to share a quote again that I shared previously in something he did online. But it was a quote by firefighter paramedic Captain Scotty Latham. He worked for the Tempe Fire Department where I worked. We lost him last year to cancer, job-related cancer, unfortunately. But some of his parting words, and something that really will stick with me forever, and I'll do my best to quote it, but he basically said, you never know what kind of effect and how you're going to affect the people around you and influence the people around you. Attitude is a choice. I think that's the thing that stuck with me the most. But, just living aloha, being happy when somebody comes in. Like, I never saw Scotty not smiling. It didn't matter what he was doing, what kind of day he was having. He was really just wanted to make sure that everybody around him knew that they were loved and that they were happy and that they were okay. So, and he didn't bring his attitude, negative attitude, or negativity into the firehouse anytime, anywhere, patient's house, anywhere like that. So, just living aloha, living happy. I think we can all learn from that and just pay it forward and watch out for each other, love each other, and spread aloha.
Yeah. Oh, thank you, Ron.
All that.
I heard that already what you just said, but you know what? I needed to hear it again. So thank you for sharing that again, bro.
Yeah,
I really
of course.
needed
Thank
to
you,
hear
Scotty.
that
We
again.
love you, Scotty. Yeah.
I love you, brother Scotty.
I'm very sorry for your loss, but beautiful message and beautiful legacy to leave behind, because people like you will carry those words over for him. And
Yes.
people who didn't know him like us know him now.
Yeah.
And that's beautiful. Wonderful. Thank you so very much again. And
Yeah. Let's share with everybody out there your social media handles and where they can hit up Toasty Dogs and find them.
Sure,
Find you
yeah.
guys.
So we're on the Big Island. You can find us on Instagram or Facebook, Toasty Dogs 808. We're usually located in Hilo, Tuesdays, Thursdays, and Fridays. We always post our schedule online. We're always doing all kinds of fun stuff for the community, giving back. Moms Eat for Free on Mother's Day, Dads on Father's Day, Veterans on Veterans Day. But check us out. We'd love to see you guys, and just thanks for the support.
amazing. Thank you so
Right
much.
on. Thank you, brother Jeff. Right on, everybody. I'm Keikoa Pure Aloha, co-host.
Ms. Dana Fernandez
Yee.
and our special guest.
Jeff.
Right on. Let's go. I like that.
Okay, guys.
Yee.
Aloha.
Right on. Aloha. This is a Keikoa Pure Aloha.